Yo, 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 what's the deal? This is Ronnie from HNS 420, representing the Politic Forum. We live with What's Really Good podcast. We about to get it in again, episode number 3. We got a good show for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. We got my boy's about to jump on and join us. You know, tap in. We gonna respond to questions. Anything y'all gotta say, we want y'all to interact with us. We want y'all interaction. Get it in today. How everybody feeling today in this coronavirus?
What's the deal?
Coronavirus thing. Got Caleb jumping on. My man Jaketti.
What's good?
And Rob, crazy ass.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
What's good? Hey, what's good, fellas?
Chilling, bro.
Chilling, man. Another day. Man, trying to get it in.
Hot as fuck. It's hot.
I know. Got to kill that Rona shit, man. That Rona got to go. The heat gonna come for it.
Man, the heat better hurry up and do something, man, because I don't know why. I don't know if it's mental, but niggas always feel like they got the Rona. You cough one time and get one little headache. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you be feeling like, oh, I got it. That's it.
No.
Hey, Rob, you on,
it's
Rob?
over for me. And it took me out. This how I'm going out?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
I've been having some technical difficulties.
I've been having these little feelings, bro, like for the last 3 or 4 days. And I know it ain't no Rona shit, but, you know, mentally you be thinking it is. And it just I think it's more mental than anything, to be real.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't get took out by the Rona, my boy.
Oh, man.
I ain't going to let it take me out. I've been just trying to mentally recover from this shit. Just little pains I've been having and shit, thinking, no, it ain't no Rona symptoms, but you know what I'm saying, thinking it is.
Hello?
Shit, but it ain't.
Because they pumping it all.
Yeah, we got a good show for y'all today.
Rob, your picture. Oh, there you go.
Okay,
there you go, Rob.
We
Rob
back,
here.
baby. We love Robbie in this thing. What's happening, y'all? Willow Jackson music in this. Can I cuss? Can we curse?
For sure. So what's the first time?
Robbie,
What we tapping into?
Man, I know y'all done heard about Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield both trying to make comebacks. Now, it ain't no, you know, they about to join the WBC or nothing, but both of them trying to make comebacks. Have y'all seen the highlights of Mike Tyson in his training?
Man, Mike Tyson look like he still knocked somebody out.
Bro,
what's the first topic, though? Let's get into it.
I'm not fighting Mike Tyson,
knock somebody out? Caleb.
Yeah, I'm not fighting Mike Tyson, bro. I don't care if he's 40, 50, 60. Mike Tyson could be dead for 10 years. I'm not fighting Mike Tyson, bro. Not ever. That should be a good fight, though. Him and Evander, the rematch.
You want them to fight each other?
Man, why not? Who else is going to fight Mike and who else is going to fight Holyfield? Let them old niggas get in the ring and box it out. I mean, who else is going to fight Mike where you feel like you'll be fair? It's got to be Evander old ass too. Like, I'm okay with that. Unless was Mike going to fight with one of these young whippersnappers? Is that what he was going to try to do?
Ain't really no reason. We already saw what happened in the first 2 fights. Mike got his ass whooped, and it wasn't close.
You play Mike. Come on, man. He was going through some things. You know that.
I think it would be the opposite, though. I think it would be
Mike got his ass
be knocked out by Mike Tyson.
Oh, you think Evander Holyfield will win this fight this time?
Holyfield?
No. I always go for Mike.
Evander was gonna win every time. Is Caleb your mic straight? I think Caleb mic is off or something.
Yeah, he got us out of here.
Yeah. I think that it will be worse for a new boxer, like to step in the ring with Mike Tyson and you get knocked out.
And he old as motherfucker too? Come
and
on,
he
bro.
knocks you out.
Career over.
It's done. It's a
Career
done deal.
over.
It is a done deal. I think you have to retire after that. It's a done deal.
because ain't nobody gonna take you serious. You being a 25-year-old young boxer no one's heard of, and your first fight is against old Iron Mike, and he knock your ass out in the second round. Just go ahead, bro. Chalk it up. You're never coming back. Nobody ever wants to see that boxing match ever again.
Nope.
Yeah, I will only need to see him with Evander.
We know that he will knock out an amateur boxer. All right, he will knock out amateurs. He will knock them out. But if you're a professional boxer and you get knocked out by a 50-year-old Mike Tyson, there is a problem.
I don't ever want to see you again, bro. You're not. This isn't a sport for you. Oh, it's just us two, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where they went.
Oh man, I was feeling this combo way too much.
Yeah. Oh, okay, y'all. Now we're about to run this.
We back.
We're about to run off with this Mike Evander topic.
Yeah, man. Funny. Technical difficulties, man. Working remotely through this Ronin shit, man. Got us all like, man, just trying to figure it out, man. We got Mike Flex in here. I don't know what's up with him. He supposed to tap in. He here, but I don't know what's going on. But my take, though, nobody want to see no 60-year-old old man catch no fade. Like, y'all better stop it. Like, man, niggas everybody being on quarantine, man, got everybody out here just ready to pay for anything.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we just want to see sports, baby. We just want to see sports.
I don't care who it is right now.
UFC, man, gonna make all this money. They gonna throw every fighter that ain't got corona in the ring in the next 2 months and make them fade.
And I'm okay with that.
Man, take advantage.
I just need Miss Sports, bro. I would take a little Romeo Bow Wow fight if I need to right now, just to get some sports out there, fam. Like I'm hating.
Hey, we remember that fade. We were supposed to get that one. Yeah. We've been waiting on that one for years.
We were waiting on that fade. JD and Master P need to figure that out.
I'm over here watching.
Just kick me up.
We got Ronnie back. Yeah, that's what happened to me too. I had to come back in.
And we were about to run the show, though.
Yeah, but we was talking about the Holyfield.
Everybody's mic is kind of sounding
Mike
like
Tyson
distorted and shit.
Can you hear us?
For real?
Yeah. I can hear now. Yeah, I think Mike Tyson gonna get knocked out again, or not again, but gonna get beat up again by Holyfield because the first two times.
He going for the other ear. Give me that little gizzard in there.
Yeah, I'm saying
he's gonna be like Holyfield. Holyfield, you can't wear a mask anyway. I already got that one ear.
Stop. Like you can't wear a mask.
So is the boxing commission talking about sanctioning this?
Like this?
Hey, is the boxing commission supposed to commission that fight? Like, would they really sign up and do that? And with boxing, with them being so old, and how boxers are dying from fighting, do you really think that they will let them at their age step in the ring?
Yes.
What insurance-wise? I don't think that they're gonna be covered.
I think they'll still let them do it.
Anything can happen, baby.
It's America, baby. Anything can happen.
We want to see it.
I mean,
if a UFC fighter can fight a pro boxer, anything can happen.
That part. As if he was really going to win that fight.
Yeah, but they were both.
I definitely.
Hey, but McGregor was at the top of the UFC game, though.
Yeah, but
that's just all talk, man.
Come on, did we ever think he was going to beat Floyd? No. They did
that was a money thing.
They did it because people wanted to see it. So if
exactly, we want to see Mike back in the ring.
Put the Dukes up on that nigga Evander, bro.
Hey, do you think he really beat up WAC 100? Did y'all hear about that WAC 100 Mike Tyson fight on his podcast? Yeah, I don't know what they was arguing about. But
Mike Tyson caught a fade with WAC 100.
Yeah, no, it wasn't no fade. WAC 100 got sucked. He got socked out.
But look, the fact that if WAC was talking shit to Mike Tyson, knowing he was about to fade him, You gotta apply Whack 100, bro. That's Mike Tyson. Niggas who really go talk shit to Mike Tyson and really back that shit up. Like
Someone's stupid.
Someone's stupid out their mind, but you gotta applaud that, baby. That shit gangster.
That was some dumb shit.
True, man.
Come on, man. How you really gonna
you
fuck
go
with
on,
a nigga?
You go on his podcast?
That was some dumb shit. You don't talk shit to Mike Tyson. With that being said, hip hop, Kendrick and J Cole, it has been out that the project still might happen. You know, a couple of years ago, they were saying that they was going to do a project together. Now, it's rumors are circling that Kendrick and J Cole is back on for the project. What do y'all think that would do to hip hop?
What was
being that? Say that one more time.
What was the name of the
I can't hear nobody.
project? Did you remember
I don't think
that?
they ever had. I don't think they got a name for the project. I just think they got singles right now.
What's going on?
Hello?
No, they don't got a name for it.
No name for the project. But I got a better question for you, Ronnie. Can you hear me?
Barely. Everybody's mic is distorted.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to try to get this question off. Will you be more excited for the J. Cole Kendrick album or a whole Black Hippie album? Which one would you be more excited for?
I didn't catch what you said at all.
Oh, shit.
For me, a Black Hippie album for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't even be a question. Like Kendrick and them is cool, but the whole Black Hippie together, man, is instant classic. Period. No matter what.
So you rather take that Black Hippie album if they had it both ready and they had the fans ask, what do you want ready? This 10 songs from Black Hippie, J-Rock, Absol, Q, and K-Dot? Or do you want this 12-song album with J. Cole and Kendrick? You gonna go with that Black Hippie?
I'm a roll with the Black Hippie. Me personally,
man.
The Kendrick and K-Dot will be a epic collaboration.
You mean
but
J.
Black
Cole and
Hippie
K-Dot?
as a group is just something that but Black Hippie as a group is just something that hip hop lacks in today's culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when they did the Dreamville and they did the Revenge of Dreamers, that was so unprecedented in this moment because that type of unity and creativeness within one team doesn't exist that often in hip hop right now.
Mm-hmm. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What it do?
Man. Hello?
What up,
fella?
Yo, add Ken, Caleb. Ken.
I'm already in.
He in there?
I can hear y'all.
Hey, I just added him, man.
Okay.
We in here.
Fellas, what's the deal?
Okay.
Hey, so
deal?
Ken, when you're on the topic of the
We talking about the
Cole,
new J. Cole and Kendrick project.
but I
the
asked the
potential?
follow-up question.
It
question.
didn't drop, did it?
No. They're talking about it.
I'm
but
glitching,
I had
huh?
Yep. Everybody's a little off just by a second or two.
Everybody.
Everybody glitching?
Everybody off a little
okay,
by a second or two. But I had a quick question,
bit.
Ken.
I can't
Would
hear
you
you.
rather hear a J. Cole Kendrick album?
Like I know Rob is talking, but I can't even hear him.
Damn.
Test one,
I can't
test
hear
two.
nobody.
I think everybody should just
Hold
go back.
on.
Test one, test two.
We got.
Kenya.
We only gonna have one person on stream at a time. So Ken, you was chopping it up. We're gonna bring back.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. This is terrible.
Yeah, see, I couldn't hear like
So
every
I think
word
that
was,
it's
every word was going.
when we got too many people at one time.
Yeah, because I could hear you talking.
Okay, so we're gonna have to just run it from. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to tap everybody in and out. You know what I'm saying?
And let them speak.
Yo. What's up? What we
Okay,
talking?
I could hear. Okay, I couldn't hear nobody, man. I was bugging out.
All right. Yeah. I was able to hear everybody.
I couldn't hear nothing, man. I'm up here
man,
tripping. Every word was like, I couldn't hear nothing.
Glitches. Me personally, I want to see the Kendrick and J Cole. That's what I want to see.
What do you think it's gonna do for hip hop? Because that's a strong project. You feel me? Like the state of hip hop right now, their type of music, how they do music, is not a lot of cats doing music like that right now. So if they came out with a project together, what you think it's gonna do? Don't you think it's gonna shake some shit up?
I think so. I think for me, I like more of the lyricist style of hip hop anyway. So if that brings back more of the lyrical aspect, then I'm all for it. I love it. I am with it. I'm not into what's going on right now. I'm into that lyrics. So if you bring that back, if they can bring that back, then cool. Just like how I just seen, like, what's his name? Jordan Lucas in the Will Smith joint. Like Will Smith came back and did got on this joint. Like just that lyrical stuff. I'm like, bring it back, please.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Kent, you excited about the possibility of J. Cole and Kendrick doing their project? There's rumors circulating that they doing it.
I mean, yeah, of course. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
I can hear you, but everything's coming short. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's cool. It's definitely a go. And I'm definitely with the hip hop right now. Hip hop right now, there's a lot of lyrical cats, but obviously was showcased commercially is to draw in the masses. That's what brings in the money. Yeah, man, I think that J. Cole and Kendrick, I think it'll just be a 2020 rendition of Talib and Mos Def, and when they combine in the Black Star. I'm a hip hop head, man. I'm gonna stop there.
I think it's gonna shake some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Just it's first of all one cat from the West Coast, another cat, from the other side, and you know what I'm saying. Kendrick on Big Sean's song, the whole King of New York line that he did, and Cole and Kendrick developing the little chemistry they have, a few gems they dropped with us over the years. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's gonna definitely shake some shit up.
Can I say one more thing? Man, and this isn't a specific comment, this is just a general consensus. There's a misconception that hip hop of today isn't lyrical. No, hip hop today is definitely lyrical. It's just a lot less metaphor and punchlining. I mean, a lot of these cats are spitting some real lyrics. See, back in the day, production lacked. Lyricism never lacked. Lyricism evolves way more than technology. So there's a grave misconception. And look, there's been BS in hip hop from the day of time. I mean, what was the difference between 69 Boys and whatever BS contemporary is out today? It's always been the same amount of heavy hitters. It's always been the same amount of commercial artists, because I mean, obviously hip hop has a subculture too. I mean, the subculture, they practice the 5 elements of hip hop. But just because a mainstream artist don't know how to graph, he don't know how to write, that doesn't mean he's not a part of hip hop. He just doesn't encompass all. You got production, that's a part of hip hop. But the original 5 elements had nothing to do. They talked about the DJ. Well, we really don't glorify the DJ anymore. We kind of glorify the producer and the rapper, and they kind of go hand in hand. But honestly, hip hop was really comprised in its origin. It wasn't even about the rapper. It was about the DJ, because the DJ is a person to move the crowd. And the DJ generally, back in the day, he moved the crowd just off of production alone.
Right. You bring up some interesting points, and that's kind of like, even myself, from that angle, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good point. You make some excellent points about that. So I'm a big fan of both of those two. Those are 2 of my favorite artists, today. So, it's going to be interesting to see, what they actually do, because although they both kind of lyrical, they got different styles. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like they kind of like they complement each other well. So it's gonna be cool to see what that's gonna do. Is that gonna inspire other big artists to collaborate like that? You know what I'm saying? Like a Drake and somebody else or somebody somebody with a big name to do another project. More projects need to be done like that. I think Jay-Z and Nas waited way too long to collaborate.
On the contrary, you know what, man? I agree with you. But here's the thing, right? There's a flip side to that when an album is composed of two lyricists, right? So we might run into some tracks that just have too much lyrical content that might actually take away from the producer and the production. So, I mean, there's a lot of nuances to it. I think overall the project will be dope. There's going to be a lot of compare and contrast, obviously, but I think those are two rappers who are in the same genre. I just think that if I had to compare, I think Kendrick is a bit more elevated, and I'm going to have a bias because I'm from the West Coast, and obviously I understand way more than what he's just talking about from a geographical standpoint. But overall, hip hop, like I said, man, I love hip hop, and do a whole segment on hip hop, like that's easy.
Right.
I pick J. Cole. I like J. Cole. If I gotta go with today's rap, I mean hip hop rap, that would be my dude.
I mean, for me, like you said, us being from the West Coast or whatnot, of course we could geographically relate to, some of the shit that Kendrick talking about. But
I grew up in the area.
I don't like to pick one. Right. I don't like to pick one as far as, I'm a big fan of both. And, they just remind me so much of the art that we've grew up listening to. They remind me of, I don't know, I guess maybe of some nostalgic feeling there because remind me of those artists. But it's exciting to actually do it. There's been a room for like this that I ain't never feel.
All right. But you know what? Honestly,
right,
Ronnie, it can bore us though. It might bore us too. It can. That album probably can become mundane too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look at all sides. You sit me inside of a box, I'm looking at all four corners. So what's up, Rob? What's the deal, man?
What's good?
Salute.
Hey, I heard
Respect.
everything y'all said too. I heard everything y'all said. And to just piggyback what Ken was saying, I do think that there's a lot of hip hop now, bro, that has a lot of lyricism in it. I know there's a group called Griselda Gang. There's people like Meek Mill. So there's a lot of hip hop that still has straight lyrics.
Background noise.
I know, what is that?
There we go.
Okay, like I was saying, and I love how you said that lyrics always was up to par, but the beats weren't, and beats finally caught up to the lyrics, and I do agree with that. I do agree with that 100%. And I am looking forward to that Black Hippie album also too, though. I don't want to think that just I'm looking forward to that because I feel like if you had a Black Hippie album, you get the best of all the worlds. Like Schoolboy Q has a lot of, like I would say, a lot of more commercial type music. Where if he was to combine that with Ab Soul with the lyrics and the gangsta lyrics, who's also a lyricist with J-Rock, I think that album would be amazing. But is we all still in here?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I like how you said that lyrics have. I like that point you made with the lyrics and the beats, bro. That's one thing I felt like back then hip hop it lacked. I felt like it lacked a lot of the sampling that people are doing more, or the instruments. They're using a lot more instruments in today's music,
Rob.
and I feel.
Let's go.
And
Rob.
I feel like though that's something that caught up with the lyrics. So people, now that the beats have caught up with the lyrics, a lot of people were saying, well, motherfuckers ain't even listening to what we're saying anymore. If this fucking Pharrell just made this beat that have everyone's jumping out the fucking seats, it's like, why do they even want to hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna put together these 5 lyrics, these 5 words, and repeat this word for 8-9 bars, and we got a song, and you can't really knock them for that. I mean, they took advantage of that shit. They took advantage of how important the producer got, and it was their time to shine. Like super producers we didn't really have super producers until motherfuckers started taking that shit serious. So I like how you said that shit, dog. That made a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
It's like a person just said right now, Holyfield would get served.
Ooh,
Exactly.
by Tyson?
Tyson.
Hey, what you think, kid? What you think, kid?
No, first of all, let's talk about it. First of all, Evander Holyfield, I was 17, 16, 17 when they first fought, right? I remember it was weekend, it was a big church weekend. If you remember that fight without even like if you lived it, because you can always go back and pull up stuff, but if you vividly remember that fight,
He was whooping his ass.
Evander Holyfield was bigger and just more athletic and stronger. Tyson came home from jail, so that was always the variable. But I would like to have seen them fight like both in their prime. But come on, man. Like there's no way that Tyson is not knocking out Evander Holyfield. He's just too big and too strong, and he's just as quick. Or was.
Maybe at 50 now.
You think 50-year-old? You think 50-year-old Mike would knock out 50-year-old Evander?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I agree with that. Now, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this, Ken. You think people will want to see Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, both old as a motherfucker fighting each other? You think that's something people would pay to see? And you got to give it the times we're going through now. So with that, all that in consideration,
I'm gonna relate it as simple as this. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's perfect per times we're going through now. Seeing Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson fight, that'd just be like the meeting between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I'll leave that reference right there.
You go fuck niggas up with that one.
They don't get it. That's something different. I'm talking too much tonight.
You can't say that on YouTube, nigga. You gonna get us banned. Shut up.
I know, huh?
Damn. Hey, I think that will go up though. I think that will make a lot of money. People don't give a fuck
watching
nowadays.
People throw actions on TV.
Have you seen that? Anything goes now, man. What was the next topic though, Ronnie Ron? Is Ronnie in here?
No, he
oh
it's
no,
just glitchy.
They both.
No, you good.
Asses down somewhere. Sound is fucked up, y'all.
We good.
My sound
we
is
can hear you.
up. I can't hear. Like everybody's.
Can you hear us?
I cannot hear, man.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
You can hear me, but y'all, I can't hear y'all. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna just say something and then y'all talk. Okay.
Okay.
So the first round of stimulus checks. For me, I thought that it was weird that for the first time in American history that they just giving people money. Just, you know what I'm saying, giving out money. And then so the second round is coming out. My question to everybody is, what negative effect do y'all think this is going to have going into 2021? You know, when everything's trying to recover and the economy's trying to recover and everything's happening after the second round of stimulus checks, which will extend the unemployment benefits and all that other stuff. What's negative effect, or if there's a negative effect, what will it have next year?
I would say the biggest thing with me talking to people is a lot of people are operating and have a healthy fear. Like fear is a very big thing that a lot of people are dealing with, and that I see. And so I think that's where a lot of people are going into 2021 with this fear of, if I touch this, would I get the corona, or am I going to get my job back, or whatever the case may be. I think the thing that we have to tackle as people is that fear.
Okay, well, I feel with the stimulus check, bro, the only thing is like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get where this money's coming from. Like, how is this going to affect me next year? I feel like I hear a lot of rumors of like, this is our taxes. Like, we're not going to be getting our taxes. I feel like they're not really giving us too much information, or maybe they are, and I'm just not looking for it or seeing it. But with these stimulus checks, I feel like, how are they? Because this is America, so it's like, how is this going to bite us in the butt at the end? Because there's no way they're just giving us free just $2,400. It's just not. It's just not in American's history just to be handing out free money. So my thing is, if like he said, not just fear in the coronavirus, but fear with this stimulus check. It's like, okay, where is it in? Like, how is all this going to work out for us where it doesn't bite us in the ass like it usually does when America's being so-called nice or generous to us, especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really make any sense to us. I would say the majority, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't get where the money's coming from. I don't get how they're going to. I don't get the rules or anything about it. But you know, I just don't get it, bro. So yeah, I would just have to say the fear of it all, bro. I don't get that shit.
You can hear me, Ronnie? Yeah, man. I don't know.
Barely.
I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, this money's not free.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come out of some budgets, and we all know when they give stimulus or anything to in time of anything, they start to tax education first and the lower socio-economical class. It never, in the middle class on down. This shit never affects the rich. They cry like it is. But it's the way that the economy is going now. So regardless of what's going to happen on the back end, I'm pretty sure most of us are reaping the benefits of certain stimulus or certain benefits, depending on whether or not your job has been cut. I mean, it's all subjective. One thing for certain is this money came from somewhere, and it definitely has to be budgeted back into the economy.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna want their money back.
They gonna want their money back, bro.
What I don't get is, what I don't
Where's
understand
Caleb?
is, all of a sudden when this happened, we all of a sudden got the resources to give out all this bread. All these resources been here then. They've been here to help people, been available to help less fortunate or to help people that's in trouble. Like, why does it take something like this to happen for them to want to help people out?
Mm-hmm.
It's like with most things, I would say. People don't want to change or do something until something bad happens. So they were holding on to it as long.
No, you good?
They were holding on to it as long as they can.
I know I'm gonna stack these motherfuckers though. Shit, I know that, boy. You gonna hand me 1,200 just off rip. You know you gonna have to stack that. Come on,
Rob.
bro.
Rob. That's the manager in you, man. Hey,
You gotta
stop being a renegade, man.
You gotta stack
Come on,
that,
man.
bro.
No, that's the manager in you, man.
You
Come
gotta
on,
take
Rob.
that
No, man. I took my little check. I took my little check and I paid off my truck. I was like,
I took half of that. I took some of that.
In this mug.
I took some of that, fixed my little car, bro, and then I stacked it. Once I had my job put me on part-time, they gave me unemployment for my part-time and I stacked them shits, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't never gonna happen where, like, I know where there's just gonna bless you with money like this. So it's like, bro, you need to like take your responsibilities. If you got dreams, plan that shit out and make sure you put into your dreams, bro, because this money ain't gonna happen no more. Of course, get it responsibly. Don't go out there trying to cheat the system. But if they hand you this 1,200 and you know ain't nothing you can do, you can't hand that motherfucker back to them. You need to stack it. Put some away for your dreams, bro, and keep it pushing. Act like nothing happened, bro, because shit like this don't happen every day in America, my nigga. And you know at some point they're going to shut all this down and they're going to want their money back. So you better make sure you figure out a way to flip this motherfucker on your dreams, bro. That's how I look at it, bro. Take that money.
You got to be strategic with it.
You gotta plan it out, bro. Of course you do. Of course you do. You gotta write it out. You gotta write your dreams out. All that shit. You gotta plan it out. But you can't hand that $1,200 back. So shit, might as well do something smart with it.
Yeah.
I seen niggas spend that $1,200 at a dice game and lose it all. Boy, you know he was hot. So you don't want to be him, bro.
You was him. You were him. You was him.
Hey,
I never.
what's the deal? I'm back.
I don't know how to shoot dice, so I don't do that. But though, you know, it's ugly out here, bro.
You gotta be.
Nah, that's the best game.
You gotta be.
That was an early childhood favorite.
Hey, is everybody glitchy?
I can hear you, Ken, and I can hear
like,
and I can hear my boy in the New York jersey.
I can hear everybody.
Like a 2-second glitch. There's like a 2-3 second.
Hey, why is Ronnie frozen?
Ronnie got that dial up.
Just look right
that
now.
nigga died. That nigga died. Hey, how you die on StreamYard? That nigga died. It was like, how you die?
I can't even hear the joke. Whatever.
That nigga died. Dang.
Hey, so does this mean
we'll run that checkup, man.
Run it
at the end of this, y'all better.
Hey, why is this glitchy like this?
Mm-hmm.
I was just shooting my cousins, man. They all play football, and one of my cousins, man, he was out there and he was about to throw up all on the field. You could tell he ain't been working since this quarantine. And it's like, man, you're gonna get exposed by the end of this quarantine if you was working or not.
Where was he working out at, Caleb?
I'm shooting a documentary for my cousins. I'm a Vons. We have a big Vons. It was at Cortez Park in West Covina.
You know, so they got a reference to an article that I wrote with Barkley. He strongly opposes because now they're having kind of like impromptu practices for basketball and football players. So that's crazy that your people is out there now because Barkley strongly opposed that. Y'all might want to check that out on under Can Chronicles on the Politicking Forum.
Okay.
What?
So what was his opposition?
Right. What did he was saying about it?
Well, basically, he's saying there isn't a vaccine available. So he said, let's get the numbers down. Let's get a vaccine before we start inserting them back in.
Okay, but I get that from their standpoint, though. It's like I'm in the middle of chasing my dreams, and if I don't get to practicing, then when the world restarts, I'm going to be behind on my dreams. I only got one shot to make it, so it's kind of a slippery slope. Do you have to be alive then? To be ready? Yeah, true.
You have to be alive to achieve your goals. I mean, I totally agree with it. And look, moreover, the MLB, so they want to quarantine their players, Major League Baseball. They want to quarantine their players during the upcoming season in hotels in Barkley. In quotations, he was like, well, I'm going to paraphrase. He was saying that, well, the housekeepers have to go home. The parking attendants have to go home. So now they're spreading it across their family too. He said it's just unfortunate. This is such a money grab. And man, you know what? We share the same sentiments. There's no opposition there for me.
Well, today Donald Trump came out and said that this country will never be shut down. This country was not built to be shut down, and he is not shutting down the country, no matter what the second wave happens or how many people die. This country's not meant to shut down, and he is not shutting it down.
Who said that?
Donald Trump. And he said it cut and dry. He don't sugarcoat. We don't use no jargon.
He did not say that, bro.
Look it up, man. This morning.
Yo, that's crazy.
And today was daily address.
It's really not, bro. It's really not, bro.
It's capital
China.
Hey.
China had the second wave hit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, China had the second wave hit. They're shutting down the country. And he's like, well, if the second wave hit here, we ain't shutting down the country.
No.
So basically, we just gonna
ride it out.
Whatever happens, but we ain't shutting down.
Wow.
Yeah. Capitalism, buddy.
Bro.
He does. Hey, the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor.
Bro.
And you know what's crazy? Hey, Caleb, you know what he reminds me of?
But you know what I think the is?
This is bad.
Yo,
What?
yo, this nigga don't give a fuck about shit, bro. Bro, he don't even have to say it in like a political way. Like he'll just cut and dry. Look, you die, motherfucker. Like, bro, that shit, bro. Like he don't give a fuck, bro.
Hey, Rob,
Huh.
but ain't that how it is? I mean, survival of the fittest. Eat or be eaten.
Bro,
You know who Trump reminds me of? Like Trump is a dictator, man. He reminds me of a dictator named Joseph Stalin around the Hitler days. And that dude was vicious. That dude was vicious, man. But you know what? Honestly, look, I'm gonna go against the grain. I do agree with some of Trump's views. I just don't agree with how he presents them. I think he's office rocker 3/4 of the time, if not higher. But it's certain values that I agree. I don't know if they're. I mean, they might be disingenuous, but certain ones I do.
That blows. It blows my mind because it's just so.
Why does it blow your mind though?
Because that he just says it, you know. He just says it. Like there's not too many presidents who just put that shit out there. Like there's even Bush tried his best to say it as best as he can, like even though he meant but that's what makes it even funnier. Like everything you guys are saying, I agree with, bro. It's just the fact that he's saying it. Like I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, bro, it's just like I don't care. I say what I want. I don't wear no mask. Like, I don't want to wear a mask to give the motherfucking media satisfaction about it. Like, damn, you really don't give a fuck about nobody, bro. And it's just funny because it's like they never gave a fuck about us. Like down to every president, they really never gave a fuck about us. But they say it so good where it's like, oh, okay, I can understand. Whereas Trump is like, no, I don't give a fuck if you like this or not, nigga. Man. No, we ain't shutting shit down. Like it's just so gangster sometimes how he just come off. Like it's funny to me, bro. It's comedic to me. Sometimes you gotta laugh when you're nervous, you know.
To me, it's genius because they don't have the money to pay out Social Security, and our parents are the last generation that's supposed to get the Social Security. So if the last generation that's supposed to get Social Security all die out from the corona, and then all those unpaid Social Security, they get to keep that money. That's gonna be way more than these $1,200 checks.
Genius.
So let's send out this 12. Let's let people die. And let's keep that Social Security money because that pot is way bigger than the pot we giving out.
That's genius.
Hey, listen, the census come every 10 years, and some kind of thing, some epic disease or something epic happens in the United States every 10 years when the census comes. You got 9/11, and then you got to kill off the people somehow.
Isn't the census every year though?
Nah.
People come No.
You got to get rid of the people somehow.
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years? Oh, okay, I'm tripping.
Don't call on that, but it's not every year. I think it's quarterly. Okay. I think it's quarterly. I think it's every 4 years.
Oh, okay.
That's wild.
They got to kill us off.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point. That's a good point, though. Yeah, you get it? That's a good point. It makes it kind of scary.
It's hella scary, bro. It's like almost when you look back at the last couple decades of the big viruses or the big things that happen. It's almost every 10 years, every 9 or 10 years. You got 9/11, and then you have the swine flu or something like that, and then you have all these other ones. And it's like every 8 or 9 years, there's always something big that ends up happening. And with this one, all of a sudden, they want to know how many people are in the world so they can, they got to get rid of it somehow.
Process of elimination.
Yeah.
Chop them up. That shit sucks, bro. That shit sucks, bro. Because that makes a lot of sense, and that shit sucks.
Let's go to the next one.
Ronnie, can we hear you?
We can hear
okay.
What's the next
All-time
topic?
Top 5
Okay.
starting lineup in an All-Star game. So basically, pick any 5 players from any era for an All-Star game. What everybody picks gonna be when it comes to picking a starting lineup?
I got
questions.
I got a question. My question is, what if they played on, like, take Shaq for example. Shaq played for Orlando and the Lakers. Are we? Could you pick them on both sides or only on one side?
Pretty much, it could be.
He would be on the side he's on.
Just the
he
player.
would just be on the side that he's on. Yeah.
So Western Conference, Eastern Conference, right? All-Star game. Might as well be all 2000 pay-views, nigga. Let's get it. Point guard for the Western Conference All-Star game. I would have any years too, right? That's easy, bro. Magic as my point. My 2 would be Kobe. My 3 would be Kevin Durant. My 4 would be this is an All-Star game, so I don't need Dirk on this one. Let me see. Who would be my 4 All-Star?
Why wouldn't you need Dirk? You could take Dirk.
Because Dirk don't do nothing in the All-Star game. He even tell you he don't put up no buckets in no All-Star game. This ain't my favorites. This the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? So who used to? Oh, for my 4th would be Kevin Garnett in the All-Star game. Yeah, I like that. And my 5th would be Shaq Daddy. And then
Doesn't Kevin Durant count as East Coast now?
He ain't even never played a game as New Jersey, but he got 2 Western Conference teams. He got OKC and
That's
Warriors.
what I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
So my Eastern Conference this, though, my point guard would be...
Already got my 5.
Damn, I don't know who my point guard... You guys ain't going to let me do this. Let me see if I can throw... Can I throw Allen Iverson as my point guard in the Eastern Conference?
I guess it's an All-Star game.
Hell no.
Hell no. He got to be the 2.
Talking about Philly. Yeah,
well, it's an All-Star game.
Okay, well, I don't care. Hey, so Allen Iverson is my number 1. My number 2 would be Vince Carter.
I want to hear this.
My number 3 would be Grant Hill, Detroit Pistons. My 4 would be let me see. Who would I want to throw on my 4 on my All-Star game? Damn, I can't really think of a 4. The Eastern Conference so dookie, dog. My 5 would be Shaq Orlando, and my 4 would be I can't even think of one right now, bro. The Eastern Conference is so fucking weak. It's disgusting over there, so I can't think of one. Someone else can take over. But that's my 4. AI, Vince Carter. Oh, there it is. AI, Vince Carter, Grant Hill, LeBron James, and Shaq.
So we got All-Star game.
All-Star game, bro.
Okay.
Those my Eastern and Western Conference. Damn, I didn't even throw Mike in there. Fuck Mike. Nigga's an asshole.
Man, disrespect.
You got a Knicks jersey on. How disrespectful is you?
Whoa.
Probably John Starks.
Here we go. Well, I didn't go off an All-Star game. I just went up. Okay, so my Western, I'm not really a Western fan. So my Western, I'm going Steph as my point. I'm going to go Kobe as my shooting guard. I'm going to mix the position, and I'm going to put Magic Johnson as my small forward. Since it's an All-Star game, I originally had Tim Duncan, but he ain't an All-Star game type player. So I'm taking Tim Duncan out and put a little flash in there. So I put like Sean Kemp since he can.
I like that.
And then there's only one center you can go with. And that's Shaq.
Okay.
So that will be my West. My East, I'm about to mess everybody up because I don't care what nobody says. I am biased, and he is always going to be on my team. My point guard will always be Derrick Rose. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Ooh, that's tight. No, that's tight. That's hella tight.
That's why I got my old school Derrick Rose jersey on.
Yeah.
Derrick
nice.
Rose.
MVP.
My shooting guard, I'm going with Michael Jordan. My small forward, I put Kevin Durant as my small forward, even though he hasn't played as a Knick yet, but I put him as my small forward. Power forward, I actually put Greek Freak.
Ooh, I forgot all about him.
And my center,
I miss sports.
Shoot, man. I can't really even think of a. I could use Shaq again, but I don't want to use Shaq again. I guess I'll go with. Patrick Ewing.
That's not bad. Ken?
Okay, who I got? So this is just of all time, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So
Julius Erving.
So can y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right, Wes. Man.
Yeah.
Wes.
Uh-huh.
I got at my point. I got Magic, and my 2 I got Kobe. So at my 3, I went with the more subjective feeling. I went with Sean Elliott. I think it was super underrated. What's up, Ronnie?
Sean Elliott.
Sean Elliott was nice.
Hey, stop playing.
Basketball.
Remember when he made that? Hey, remember when he made that corner shot with the Spurs? Was that Sean Elliott? Stop, bro. You know I know Sean Elliott is.
Come on.
So
let him finish.
So we're gonna go with Magic. What's up, Rob? We're gonna go with Magic, Kobe. We're gonna go with an underrated player, Sean Elliott. For me, my 4 would be Tim Duncan, and my 5 would be Kareem. Right. So on the East, I'm gonna mess with Yaja Kedit with D Rose. I'm gonna go with Mike at the 2. I'm gonna go with Pippen at the 3. I'm gonna go with Barkley at the 4, and I'm gonna go with Bill Russell at the 5.
I forgot about Barkley.
Go ahead, Caleb.
All right, well, on the West, I got to go Baron Davis at the point. That's my man's BD. I have to go, even though I don't like Kobe, man. Kobe would have to go at the shooting guard. You know, Kobe, he didn't give me an autograph. I met him when I was like 10 years old, and that nigga told me no. You know what I'm saying? He looked me dead in the eye, too. That was the cold part. He didn't stroll by me like Jordan would. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "Nah, bro," and kept it pushing. Like, I just had to
that nigga was that's that mama.
He was focused. That man was focused.
We gotta get the shooting guard. Small forward, I would have to go with Laker LeBron since he running point. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Power forward. Power forward West. I don't know. That's a hard one. Ain't really no power forwards out there that I really like that.
Malone, Duncan,
KG.
Hello?
I would say
KG.
Zion.
Amari Stoudemire.
Zion Williams. Zion Williams. Right now. That would be my power forward. Zion would be my power forward. Yes.
Well,
that boy's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He goes in mine right now. We got to go with Shaq. Ain't no other center on the West. As far as the East, I will have to go with Celtic Rondo. I have to go with Celtic Rondo. Miami Heat Ray Allen, because that clutch shot saved my
Milwaukee.
whole career.
Better Milwaukee.
You can say Seattle,
I take Jesus Ellsworth.
Even Seattle works out.
He was flashing, but he won with the Celtics. He won with Miami. I'm talking about the winners. You know what I'm saying? He had a good career over there, but he won in Miami. That's what I'm talking. Miami, Ray Allen. Small forward, I have to go with the truth, Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? The truth. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to run with KG. KG's the most dominant power forward that ever played the game to me. So I have to go with KG at power forward. And my center, I will have to go with Amari Stoudemire, New York, before he socked the thing and messed up his hand and the rest of his career.
Hey, can I go back right quick?
Yep.
I like to put Shaq on the East Coast, right? I want to put Shaq on the East Coast, take out Ewing, and to replace Shaq on the West Coast, I want to go with Hakeem.
Yeah, he was on the West with the Rockets. We can't sleep on Hakeem. He was it.
And no one else.
What's your five, Ronnie? What's your five?
Is Zion on it?
Wouldn't nobody put Westbrook on it? Westbrook didn't go on nobody team.
Let me give you my five before I move on. From the East Coast, I'm going with Orlando Shaq. I'm going with, of course, Michael Jordan at the 2. I'm going with Nets Jason Kidd at the 1.
Ooh,
I'm
that was
going
good.
with Tracy McGrady as my 3. And I'm going with LeBron James at my 4. LeBron James is going to be my power forward, my point forward, and from my East Coast. And in the West Coast, I got Stephon Marbury. I got Kobe.
For Phoenix?
I got Kevin Durant.
Nah, Timberwolves.
I got Kevin Garnett. And I got Sean Kemp from the 90s at my center. That's just my 5 from both conferences.
Okay.
I mean, it's a unique blend of players, but I was really thinking about this, and I think those two teams be beastie.
Stephon Marbury didn't play for the Timberwolves.
So moving on to the next.
Yeah, he played for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, with KG.
He did?
Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
Stephon, he played in
Phoenix and the Timberwolves.
No. Oh, he did later on. Okay, later on he did. I'm sure.
Nah, yeah.
I know Phoenix.
He got traded for Steve Nash.
You're right.
Yeah.
That was before the top 3 on the head.
Him and Stephon Marbury.
I know
Stephon
he
and
had
KG.
some pretty explosive years as far as scoring. So
Latrell Sprewell played over there with him, I think.
Love or whatever.
Yeah, he did.
Stephon was that point on that team, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Well, Latrell Sprewell.
Say it one more time.
He wasn't.
It was Latrell. No, maybe Latrell wasn't over there.
Wait.
But he was with KG though.
Stephon Marbury, he played in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played with Martin Stoudemire before
Phoenix.
Nash got there.
Then Phoenix, right? But where did he come from?
Yeah.
He came from Minnesota? I'm drawing a blank.
He went from Minnesota to New Jersey.
Did he get drafted by Minnesota?
Yeah, it was Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying.
It was probably his first team.
But I don't ever remember seeing him playing a Minnesota jersey though.
Oh yeah, he had the little part in the middle of his
the
hair
Celtics,
and everything.
That was his last season when he went to the Celtics.
No, I know it's glitchy, so it's kind of.
I don't think he hearing you, bro.
Right, never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Right.
No, it's cool. It's all distorted.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, you good.
Okay. So the very last thing, y'all, we want to end it on. We always talk about these GOAT debates, and like I said, it's all subjective. Everybody got their own opinions, but this ain't about that. I want to talk about the toughest conference in everyone's opinion. What was the toughest conference to play in NBA history?
That Western Conference, baby.
Now, you can't just say the West, but what part of the West? Was it the 2000s, the 90s? Now, like, what specifically was the toughest conference to play in? I'm talking about out of the 90s and the 2000s.
The Western Conference was the hardest conference from
ever.
The year 2000, specifically though, the year 2000 until present, man. I think the last 20 years the Western Conference has been the stronger conference, man. And I can argue that logically. We'll stop there. That's a whole nother debate, though. I don't want to really get into like the nuances of it, but for the last 20 years, the Western Conference has been the dominant conference. And in between then, there's been plug-ins. of the East only because of LeBron. He's been able to change the paradigm of the entire league. So that's why I say the plug-in from the East beating the West for the most part in the last 20 years, it came from Boston, of course, but it's mainly been LeBron out of the East. So, but when you look at the totality in the years, the Western Conference has been stronger the last 20 years.
I don't have anything.
Definitely.
I do not disagree at all. I agree.
As far as the time period, I think that when the Bulls had their run and when the Celtics had their run, and that was the only time that the East really had it. LeBron was in the championships, but they never really won. Miami won 2 championships.
Right.
So you can't even really count LeBron. So not even the Celtics teams with KG in them, because they only got to 2 championships and one and one.
No, they got the 3, I think.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't even count that.
2.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, they did. I think they got the 2.
Two.
And they lost. They lost to Miami in the Eastern Conference Championship the first year,
right?
And lost to Dirk Nowitzki.
But Jordan,
so they only
let's
won 2,
go.
so you can't even count that. So regardless, we talk about Jordan not playing nobody, but that was the toughest era in basketball.
It was after Jordan,
hands down.
The tougher era in basketball was after Jordan to me, for sure.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, because if you look at it, when Jordan was playing, he literally ran through the East for damn near 10 years. There wasn't one Western Conference player. There wasn't one Western Conference player that ran through the West for 10 years. Not one. Jordan played in an easier era from the 2000s on up, for sure.
What you? I would say. Wait. Yes. I would say, give me your top 5 in the 2000 area. In that 2000 era, to go against the top 5 in the 90s, because you're saying that the 2000 era had better players than Hakeem Olajuwon, Carmelo. Carmelo. The list goes: Hakeem Olajuwon, Carmelo, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, John Stockton, David Robinson, Grant Hill, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley.
Oh my God! You serious?
Gary Payton.
We had better 5 players on the Warriors.
Stop.
2 years ago than that.
Curry and Klay Thompson shoot better than every person on that list.
You can put Reggie Miller doesn't shoot like Klay Thompson.
Steph Curry's a way better shooter than Reggie Miller.
Klay Thompson.
I didn't say he wasn't a.
Klay Thompson's not better than Curry.
Mute him. He don't know.
Klay Thompson.
I'm done.
Bro, I'm so glad.
You're saying okay. So you're saying
Carmelo
Gary Payton?
Anthony.
You saying Gary Payton can't guard Steph Curry?
Hell no! Are you
You don't know that.
No! You don't know hoops.
Oh my God. You're done.
No, not at all.
Done.
I don't know that Gary Payton in the glove. Oh no, Steph Curry.
You got to give me and him our own segment. I will eat you alive. Hell no.
Yeah.
In what era? In what era are you asking? What era are you asking?
You're done.
What era? Exactly. No. What era?
Well, it depends what era you want. If we're going,
the question. Don't put it back on me.
If we're going, We're going where you can play a little more defense than what you can play right now.
What years are those? Dog, are you serious? Steph Curry, first of all, Steph Curry shooting, it transcends basketball. Are you kidding me? He would have shot that way in the night. Okay,
I didn't say it didn't, but
I didn't. No, okay. You're arguing semantics. You're arguing semantics because you ain't ready for this either. First of all, obviously you're gonna take it back to physicality, right? So all the players, they were able to get their shots off
when the game was more physical, what the hell do you think Steph Curry would be able to do from now? Because he's more athletic than all those players who was able to get their shot off. Fast forward to now, my nigga, first of all, Gary Payton, he was a half-court defender. The way that the Warriors play, all them pick and rolls and motions, come on, man. There's nothing to talk about.
So
this is definitely a debate that can go on for
No,
days and weeks and
Come
weeks
on,
and
man.
weeks and hours out.
Come on, Rod.
And all that talking about it.
Help him out, Rod.
and I still haven't mentioned.
But,
I still haven't mentioned.
Unfortunately,
Hardaway.
we're gonna have to say this for another show.
Penny
That's
Hardaway?
all the time we got.
Penny Hardaway.
That's all the time we got.
He was injury prone. Y'all just he was injury prone. Are you kidding me?
We're
You
nowhere.
names, dog.
Wait. Time out.
Basketball.
You're bringing up. Nowhere in this did he say anything about injuries or anything like that. He's just talking skill wise.
He didn't have a long enough tenure. Are you serious?
We're talking about skill set. We're not just talking injury. Your first line of defense is injury because of Penny.
But okay, but what are you saying? Skill set? Do you know how many players have Anthony Hardaway's skill set?
Unfortunately, that's all the time we got for today. We're gonna have to pick this up on the next show,
Let Caleb
and go more in depth on our NBA talk. I want to thank everybody for joining What's Really Good podcast. We had Kalen Bonds, Young Jaquetted, Ken Chronicles, Ken Williams, Ronnie, and crazy ass Rob. It was a good show today, and we look forward to seeing y'all on the Politicking Forum. Thank you for joining us today, y'all.
Let's go.
Peace.
Peace out, fellas.
All right.
Peace out.
Y'all just